This is Synnd.
We've got a lot of things slated for Synnd.
Let me ask you this. This all sounds very exciting for a new company who's just getting into marketing, but what if I'm a little bit more sophisticated or I'm in a really competitive market? How does Synnd work for me? Or does it? Is this mostly for startups?
Absolutely not. Anybody who is putting content on the web should have some kind of promotional strategy behind their tactics. And whether you do it yourself or you enlist an army of hundreds is entirely up to you. But, whether you're brand new or you're a seasoned professional or been around for a while, you need to have some kind of promotional strategy going on. And you need to use one that leverages your time to the maximum.
All right, so Tom, tell us about this pricing thing. Of course, I can go hire a couple of college kids to do some of this stuff for me. How does that compare? Why wouldn't it just be easier for me to do that and totally control everything myself?
Well, let's just say you did that. Let's just say you got a college kid to work for you, 20 hours, one of them worked, and then you just paid a minimum wage. You're going to be paying over $300 a month just to hire these kids. You've got to train them. You've probably got to monitor them. You don't know what they're going to say or do sometimes.
Right, that's for sure.
So there's a lot of unknowns there. You're paying a lot of money,
and they still don't have the connections that you're talking about here. They don't have these networks in place like you do.
Yeah, and let's just say they got the content syndicated to the 40-some networks that we support. There's no way that they're going to get and enlist and call up 800 people and say, "Hey, would you interact with our content?
Right.
Would you come over and visit our site and maybe leave a couple words or bookmark us and stuff like that? We need some inbound links." How long would that take? It's just like we said. There's just a lot of hours that you're saving when you enlist in Synnd.
Charles, you want to summarize for us what does Synnd do and why should I sign up now?
Synnd leverages your time. You get a whole lot for a little bit of time invested. Takes about 2 to 5 minutes to start a campaign, and the net result of that is as big or as little as you want because you have controls. You can set the campaign to run forever, or you can have it stop at certain intervals. Synnd automates your promotional tasks. It automatically pushes your campaign tasks out to hundreds of Synnd members' computers and internet connections to execute tasks like retweeting, commenting, bookmarking, voting, rating. And each action creates a new reference to your content, which increases its visibility. So all that's automated. As your content's visibility is increased, more and more people see it. As more and more people see it, a certain percentage are going to find it valuable, and they're going to link to you and talk about you and expand you beyond the networks that you're initially promoting in. Synnd promotes anything with a URL. So if it exists on the internet, you can run a Synnd campaign on it to increase its visibility, traffic, what have you. Which brings the next point, Synnd Drives Traffic, which is a new ranking factor, especially since the release of Google Caffeine. Google Caffeine is actually looking at traffic levels to a web page or a deep internal page of your website or blog or the front page or whatever. If it's getting traffic, it is showing relevance. That's a ranking factor.
Sure.
It's also getting inbound links, which we know is a ranking factor. So
that's right.
Huge.
And this is all automated. Synnd increases your visibility, as we've stated before. It initiates a snowball effect. It's like the rocket boosters on the space shuttle. It gets you launched into orbit, and then if your content's really good, it could really take off. You could go all the way to the moon with it. Synnd increases search engine rankings on autopilot, so you don't have to worry about off-page SEO because, again, you're getting the inbound links naturally. You're getting the increase in traffic. You're getting the increase in visibility because of the references that are created and indexed in the search engines every time a Synnd member is promoting your content, and that increases your rankings and your visibility. It's all on autopilot. It initiates the viral spread of content, and it establishes social proof. As more and more people engage with your content, then more and more people engage with your content.
Tom, any final thoughts from your point of view?
I think my only final thought is you've heard us as the company owners share a lot about the technology and its benefits, but go to our site and listen to what others say. There's a bunch of testimonies on the site, and we've got a whole lot more to add. We've just collected a whole bunch more testimonies. And, if you're an online marketer, whether you're new or whether you're seasoned, you're going to quickly tell something that is authentic and real. That's what I'd have them do. And that's what I do myself. I go look to see what others are saying about this. And you'll find a lot of good reputation about Synnd out
there's
there.
a lot of good news. I mean, if people search it on Google, they find a lot of great stories about it too. People certainly are behind what you guys have done. It's a very cool tool you've developed here.
One of the things I want to close with, too, is just that we have a philosophy in our business, in our company, and that is our number one goal is not to make money, but to help others make money. We say that all the time. If we can build products and services that help them make money, then we're satisfied because we know we'll be rewarded financially for that. The other thing is we really do care about the small business owner. We're small business owners ourselves. We think this is what's going to really turn around our country and our economy. So we love it when we have people tell us, hey, this really helped me. This really increased my traffic. I really got sales from this. We just had a taxi cab driver in South Carolina do a testimony for us and said that his calls for his taxi cabs went up from 2 or 3 a night to over 30. And so when you get testimonies like that, I mean, it makes you feel really good. This guy was so happy because now he had business again. He had income. He could feed his family, you know. And we just love it. We love to hear those stories, and we hope that we'll be hearing a whole lot more.
Charles?
I would just like to add that a lot of people ask, is Synnd for me? Is this the network for me? Is this something that I need? And I always come back and I say, well, if you are on the internet and you are publishing content, you have a website or a blog, or you're making videos, or you're doing anything online, then Synnd is the tool for you. You need an army of support behind you to increase your visibility, your rankings, and your traffic, period. I don't care what kind of business you're in. You need Synnd if you're on the internet.
That about sums it up. Synnd, the Content Syndication Network. You can find out more at Synnd, that's SYNND.com. Have a great day. Let's go sell something.
This is Synnd.